Rachel Dolezal has been charged for theft of service because she was getting welfare while she did not need it, and she was collecting other money from her book. Now, we know anybody who's participating in fraudulent behavior, like Rachel Dolezal participated in fraudulent behavior, usually that particular lifestyle follows them everywhere. Let's roll this clip.
Dolezal, who legally changed her name to Nkechi Diallo in 2016, now stands accused of first-degree theft by welfare fraud, perjury in the second degree, and false verification for public assistance. According to the case file obtained by KHQ, the investigation began in March of 2017 when the DSHS Office of Fraud and Accountability Investigator received information that Diallo had written a book that got published. The investigator says he heard Diallo say she was getting public assistance, but also knew that a typical publishing contract included payments of $10,000 to $20,000. The investigator dug further and found that Diallo had been reporting her income as usually less than $500 per month in child support payments. At one point, according to the court documents, when asked as to how she was paying her bills, she reported, quote, barely with the help from friends and gifts. However, according to the case file, bank records turned over by Diallo showed that she had deposited about $83,924 into her bank account in several monthly installments during the time she was getting assistance, income that investigators say was not reported to the Department of Social and Health Services. With documents in hand, we made a visit to Dolezal today. She answered the door. Hi, Rachel. You've been accused of welfare fraud. I have the documents right here. I'm Peter Maxwell. I'm a reporter with KHQ Local News. Do you have time to talk to us? You don't? Do you have an attorney that we could talk to? Can you talk to us?
Rachel got caught. And let me tell you something. Them folks, ever since they exposed her for the fraudulent behavior she was doing, posing as black, when she was really a white woman, it didn't set too well with them, obviously. So they've been keeping an eye on her and all her activities. Now, she wrote this book, and you know this book was going to sell a little bit because a lot of people still interested in her story. Why did she think them people wasn't going to find out about her depositing almost $84,000 in the bank? And she's still collecting money in food stamps at the time period and $100 in child care. I think she did close to $9,000. Now, common sense would have said, you know what, man, I'm getting these good checks now. I don't need no welfare. But you went down there with those people. You sat up there and say, oh, I'm not getting no money. But yeah, you collecting checks. Would you think they wasn't going to find you out? Like, man, them people do that every day. They catch people with welfare fraud. Now she's facing jail time. She's facing jail time possibly with this. I don't know if they're going to give it to her. I know they're going to make her pay it back, but shoot, why would you put yourself in and get a felony behind some welfare? That's so stupid. If you getting paid money, don't get on the welfare system. That's for people that need the help. And I tell people this country in the way it's going, don't look for welfare to be here forever because eventually it's going to go. Trust me, it's going to go. This government can't afford to give away free stuff all the time. They really can't because this government is giving away money to, $3 billion a year to Israel, which we don't need to be giving our money to them. Obviously, look what they're doing to the Palestinian people. We giving money to all other foreign governments to do our bidding, but yet people here need things. That's why we can't keep money. But we have the prison industrial complex that's costing billions of dollars a year, and people in jail for things like marijuana. That's why I'm a big proponent of marijuana being legalized nationwide, so they can get a lot of these brothers out of jail. Because a lot of brothers are locked up on marijuana. There's a lot of things they waste their money on, okay? But anything to help people, they're not really focusing on that. That's why I say eventually it's going to go away. But this woman lived a fraudulent life, and her fraud continued with defrauding the states, and they're catching up with her. So if she get locked up, what's going to happen to her kids? I know some of you probably seen the Netflix documentary that she has on there, and she kind of promoted herself as the victim on there and talking about how she can't go out and she can't have a normal life. Well, you know, when you kind of put yourself out there to say that you're black and you get caught, I mean, usually people gonna kind of remember that. I mean, you know, it's just kind of how that is. And yes, I know some people say, well, you know, we got transgenders. Why not transracials? Like I said, I don't make the rules on any of that. I think you just need to be yourself at the end of the day. I mean, if she wanted to fight for civil rights, she could have did it as a white woman. I mean, it is what it is. You know, I mean, I never heard her talk bad about black people. You know, I never heard her do that. But still, I mean, she could have fought as a white woman and actually used her white privilege to get further up in society with the fight that she chose to do. But that's her and her life. My thing is, when you live in a fraudulent life, it always catch up with you. Stop lying, Rachel. You know, as anybody else, stop lying. Live a life of truth. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about Rachel Dolezal and being caught being a fraud again. And do you think she's going to get jail time?